Welcome back, I'm Davo with AGA Productions, and you're watching yet another 2-minute takeaway. No video synopsis is ever going to be the same as reading the actual book, and you might get something different from your reading than I did, but maybe this will save you some time. I just recently finished The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Counterintuitive Approach to Living a Good Life by Mark Manson. For the purposes of this video, possibly playing in the background while children are present, I'm going to substitute find for the other F word that Manson uses so frequently. So here are my thoughts. Let's start the timer. Why did I read it? This book was at one point #1 on the New York Times bestseller list and got a lot of publicity, but I actually read it because I know a couple of other people who read it that I wouldn't have expected to, so I figured I'd give it a go. My main takeaway? Mark Manson is a blogger whom I'd never actually heard of before I read his book. I don't think that his work would be something I normally followed, though he does espouse many of the same life philosophies that I do, though his story and mine are vastly different. My main takeaway is fairly accurately described in the title and summarized inside the book jacket. There are certain things to give an actual find about, and certain things about which no finds are necessary, and the determining of which is which in your life and acting appropriately will lead to greater life satisfaction. Has it changed how I live? Not particularly. I actually quite enjoy Mark Manson's take on life and can be relatively certain that he and I have read a lot of the same books. In fact, I'd be willing to bet a lot of his thoughts are derived from Thinking Fast and Slow by Kahneman, The Paradox of Choice by Schwartz, and The Denial of Death by Becker. What starts as a relatively profane hook by a blogger ends up being an introductory course in existentialism, with some generous thoughts on mortality thrown in at the end. I have spent the last few years developing my own thoughts on these subjects and would consider my research pretty advanced. So I've read much of what I believe to be Manson's source material, but again, his experiences and mine are very different. So there was little that resonated with me on a personal level. Was it worth the price of admission? This book retails for $25 in hardcover, which is more than I would have paid for it. Though again, this is not something I would normally read. If you're into Mark Manson's blog and follow his other work, this might be aimed more at you, or if you're looking for a good introductory book on developing personal philosophies, Manson raises some good points and valid questions. Otherwise, I'd look at some of those other books as source material to start with. Thanks for watching this 2-minute takeaway with AGA Productions. Please hit that subscribe button with the bell icon to keep updated as we do more 2-minute reviews of books, music, movies, and more. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And again, I'm Davo, and as always from me, what have you been reading?